What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So, of course, this is going to be an extension from the video that I just uploaded, which was going through the Nami version of the 6+ islands. This time we're going through the Boa Hancock version, and of course, they are different islands. They have different gimmicks to take into consideration. However, there is still a 50, a 40, and a 30 stamina difficulty to this island. And of course, the lower stamina difficulty does drop the skull as well. So if you do struggle with the 50 stamina, I do strongly suggest to farm up the lower difficulties. And of course, there are going to be Chopper Man missions available as well, as I mentioned in my previous video, where you can actually get more copies of the skull and stuff like that. So ensure to farm this up, and as I said as well, make sure to farm it up even if you don't have the character, because if you do pull them in the future, it's nice to have the skulls ready to immediately super evolve the character. As I said in my other video as well, I will be uploading more videos throughout the week and throughout the next couple of days and stuff, just using these characters, being 6+ Nami and 6+ Boa. So definitely stay tuned to the channel for more playthroughs utilizing these new characters, because I am very excited to use them. But I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and break down the brand new 6+ Boa Hancock Island. Okay, so finally now moving on to the Boa Hancock variation of the Super Evolution Islands that have debuted today. First of all, we have a Sanji and Judge team. The secondary team is a Sabo and Koala team. The third team is a Carrot team. I will admit that the Carrot team is a little shaky, but the Sanji and Judge and also the Sabo and Koala teams are extremely powerful. No problems whatsoever with these teams. But let's go ahead and start talking about this island. So with this island on stage 4, you once again have a mini boss. The Nami island also had a mini boss on stage 4. This time around, instead of having 2 characters, there are 3 characters. You have Kikyo, Margaret, and Arthalandra. All of them don't really have that much HP. The preemptive attack of stage 4, though, is that you get given 2 turns of a 2x chain lock and 3 turns enemy attack up, times by 1.3 times. So you definitely want to KO them before you take too much damage here, because you will want to make sure that when you move on to the final boss stage, or even on stage 6, you want to make sure that you have some HP in case if you can't make it through that stage on the first turn. And specifically, when we talk about the final boss stage against Boa Hancock, it's actually really nice to have a lot of health left in your team, because if you encounter the super evolved boss of Boa Hancock, similarly to the Nami boss, you can either encounter the unevolved or the super evolved one. The super evolved one is really annoying because you get inflicted with burn, and the burn does a lot of damage to your team. And the thing is something that I learned today, so it's actually really cool that I'm still able to learn stuff in this game and still provide it to you guys. But the really cool thing is if you're inflicted with the increased damage taken debuff, that actually will multiply the burn damage that you get given as well. So in this situation on the final boss stage, which we'll talk about when we get there, you get inflicted with burn and increased damage taken, which is just really annoying. So stage 6 is one of the mini bosses. Now you'll get 2 different variations. There's this one here with the Boa sisters, Sandersonia and Marigold, and on the left hand side of the screen you can see what each of the preemptive attacks of each variation is. Or you can get Gloricia and also the random mob characters. Gloricia, in my opinion, is the more annoying one. Sandersonia and Marigold are easily taken care of with special abilities that can remove Rainbow Shield and Damage Threshold, and there's plenty of characters in the game that can literally remove both of those debuffs at the same time. Also, just talking about if you have Colosseum Kuma makes your life a whole lot easier for stage 6 for this particular fight. But anyways, let's talk about Boa Hancock. So against Boa Hancock, the final boss stage has 2 different variations, as I said. The regular version, and once again, I don't know how this keeps happening, but the videos and clips that I've recorded, for some reason, I never got the super evolved version of the boss, which is kind of weird. But either way, you've got this one, which actually has 2 turns of blue shield defense. Also, for 99 turns, all your colored orbs are going to be counted as non-beneficial. So bringing a beneficial orb enabler on stage 6 and then carrying that into the final room, or you can go ahead and manipulate orbs to G orbs like Treasure Map Big Mom, or you can use tandem orbs like you do with the Germa team, or recovery orbs. You can use many other characters to go ahead and do that, so that's really nice. Also, your friend captain will be binded for 5 turns. You can see this specific boss, the regular boss, actually has a good barrier. You have to hit 3 goods before you can break that barrier, which is quite annoying considering Boa Hancock has 8 million HP, so it's kind of annoying. She does have a lot of health. And the super evolved version of the Boa Hancock, as I said, there is burn damage and increased damage taken, which means every time you hit it perfect, the actual screen will say you take 5,000 damage, but it'll actually be 10,000 damage per perfect. So it's very, very tricky with the super evolved version of Hancock. Though one factor about that is that the super evolved boss does have less HP than the normal boss, which is kind of nice. Also, you get given normal attack only debuff, so you can't use any special damage to deal damage towards the super evolved version of Boa Hancock. And of course, the Boa Hancock with the super evolution does fully recover after you kill her. And the thing is after the first turn of attacks, she's going to make 3 random colored orbs count as negative for 2 turns, and then she shuffles your orbs into those really bad orbs. So this is where Sabu and Koala is really good, right? Because on the revive, you can actually go ahead and use like one special of Sabu and Koala on the first turn, and then on the second turn when you get given bad orbs, you can use their secondary special from the friend captain to make sure you get those beneficial slots. You could probably replace the friend captain or like one of these captains if you don't have Sabu and Koala for maybe someone else. I don't know who would be a perfect fit. If you have Luffy and Law, that would probably be a really good call. You could go ahead and use the friend captain of Sabu and Koala to get through the first burst of the regular version of Boa Hancock, and if you encounter the super evolution, you would want to use the friend captain special on the revive, so you're guaranteed to get those beneficial slots. But all in all, I do personally think that the Boa Hancock boss is a lot more difficult compared to the Nami variation, as there's plenty of characters in the game that can get around a lot of the debuffs that Nami puts on your team. But against Boa Hancock, I feel like there are less characters, or less of a pool of characters that are available to us that are able to beat this boss. Luckily though, that Nami is the better super evolution, so at least that's going to be easier to super evolve for a lot of players. Boa Hancock unfortunately is a little bit of a letdown in terms of her abilities upon super evolving, as she's a side graded unit and for a different class. Very, very odd. But either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll leave you guys with the rest of this clip with Sabu and Koala, and also finishing off this video will be the Carrot team. As I said, I don't think the Carrot team is super duper consistent. It's definitely able to kill the regular version of the Boa Hancock boss. Not too sure about the super evolved version of Boa Hancock. I feel that one will be much more difficult, and I'm pretty sure it's going to struggle to beat it. But either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.